Hey, right guys, got a few things to be getting on with today. I got to pot on these lemongrass. We'll talk about those in a minute. I've got to do some of my February seeds, and we'll do that in a minute. But first off, I want to show you this. I've been watching Audrey at Real Food Comes Dirty and Robin at Robin's Garden, and I want to take part in the. Hang on, I got to read this. Hashtag Grow Ginger with Me 2024. Never grown ginger before. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's something I've looked into, but just never got round to it, you know, probably because it takes a fair while, you know. So anyway, I've been watching their channels and reading a bit about it, as you do. Now, unfortunately, I can't get, well, without travelling. I mean, that's probably off that route anyway. I can't get one of these massive gingers without travelling. So I bought some from Mercado. And it is organic ginger. Now, we'll talk about organic in a minute. But the first thing I'm going to do is look at it, look at the ginger and what we're looking for. I'll just get my phone out and I'll show you. What we're looking for is these little white nodules, almost like rhino horns. Look, see them there? There's one on my fingernail there. Another one there. That's a good piece, that. There's 4 in a row there. And that's the growth points. Look, there's one there. And that's the growth points. So this is going to be a good bit of ginger. Even though it's not massive, there's 4 on there. I don't see any on there to start off with, but you never know, do you? And this one, oh, here we are. Look, oh, see it? One there. Looks like a whitehead. You know what I mean? You see that? Yeah. One there, and a little dinky one there, coming through the cut. So these are going to be the 3 that I'm going to grow. And what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to soak them. Now, some places say don't bother soaking them. Some say soak for 2 hours. Some say soak for 4 hours. Some say soak overnight. It's like anything gardening. There seems to be no set way of doing anything, doesn't there? So anyway, I've got some tepid water and I'm just going to soak them. Now, the reason we're soaking them is to get off any growth inhibitor. Now, these are organic, but organic doesn't mean diddly squat. All it means is chemicals haven't been used, or sorry, man-made chemicals haven't been used. I've got the definition here of organic. Organic, being or coming from living plants or animals. Now, there are plenty of organic growth inhibitors, and one of them is abscisic acid. And it stops things like this. I think they might use it on potatoes, I'm not sure. Stops them from sprouting on the supermarket shelves and the shop shelves. So we're just going to soak it just to wash off any that's there. And it's also going to wash off any pesticides, insecticides and herbicides, things like that, you know. And there's plenty of organic ones of those. Like I say, organic doesn't mean anything really. Coming from living plants or living animals. Strychnine. Pretty deadly poison, that's organic. The Ebola virus, that's organic. You wouldn't want to be eating it though, would you? What you've got to watch out for with organic is when it says organic on a bag of potting compost. It may be organic, but could it still have the organic weed killers in and things like that? So what you're looking for on compost really, to be properly organic, is the Soil Association logo. I'll stick one up there somewhere and show you later on, okay. So anyway, they're soaking. I'm going to leave those for a couple of hours. Oh, and get on with some potting. Well, let's get these, I'll tell you what. Let's get these lemongrass potted on to start off with. Right, I pot on my lemongrass. I just popped indoors just to see how much lemongrass is. Now, there's 2 ways of growing lemongrass. You can do it from seed, or you can go to Tesco or whatever and buy lemongrass stalks. And they're 2 for 60p. And that's exactly what these were last year. I think I planted these in, don't quote me on this, I think it was October, and they've been sat on the front windowsill all over winter. So it's time to pot them on, and what I'm going to do, I just got normal compost. I'm going to add a little bit of fine vermiculite, just to sweeten up a little bit. Try not to get it all over the place, because it's a bit windy today. It's not nice, the dust from this stuff. Well, no dust is nice really in your lungs, is it? I'll do. Just a little bit, don't need much, only 2 pots. That'll do. And what I'm going to do, what I got to do is Make sure I don't overwater these. Now let's get them about the same height. I'm not going to do my usual thing, am I? Yes, I am. Right. You've seen me do this before, probably. Get your pot, get your square pot, put it in and twist it through, I've got to work this out now, 45 degrees. So it sits at a jaunty angle like that. Rest your pot in and fill the compost around the corners if you like. And this way, the flat sides have now got a lot of room to grow into. It seems to work for me anyway. It just saves having to squash it down into the narrow sides if you put it in square, you know. Out gently, tip it out. Ooh, got nice roots on it. Straight in. And top it up. There we are, that's one done. Same with this one. Lovely. There we go. There we are. Now kick off again now. And now I got me the fan heater on in the greenhouse. It's only 10 to 15 degrees. I'm going to leave them in there now. No point taking up room on the windowsill. Okay then, guys, that'll do for that. Let's put these away. Right, and make a bit of seed compost. See, that wind's picking up again. All I'm doing is just taking out the big lumps from the potting compost, really. Not that there's an awful lot in this stuff, but you know, you get the odd little piece of fibrous bit. I do see, I mean, totally broken down, but it's just a bit of fibrous, whatever came out of the peat bog, I suppose. I'll do a bit of fine vermiculite again. Yeah, 3 little bits should do for this. I'll mix it up and I'll see what it looks like. Brilliant. I'll do nicely, sir. And what I've done, I've treated myself to a little tub. So I'm fed up with making this all the time. I'll do. That'll do. Right then, let's put that out the way. Put that out the way, and that out the way. Don't need that. Ooh. Okay then, quick chat. I'm not going to show you me planting everything. Just to go through the seeds for early February. Not going to do all of February. I've still got a few. They're sort of lingering from January. So I got Steve from the garden. He sent me some jalapeno. So they're going to be going in. And somewhere in here, where are they? There they are. Basket of fire. I've got a basket of fire still growing. I'll show you the harvest in a minute. I'll put a little picture up. Got the image. They are fantastic. It's been growing all over winter. It's fantastic. So 10 seeds. And the trouble is with these, you can't save your own because they are F1. You could. You may get away with it, but it's not worth the risk, you know. So that's a basket of fire. And that's the last of my chilies. I've got, hang on. Now, I wasn't going to do too many peppers this year, but I do like citrina. That's a nice yellow one. See, I'm not a great fan of the sweet peppery taste of sweet peppers. You know when you get, I don't know, you go to a Chinese and you have, say, beef and pepper or something like that, and a great big pieces of green pepper in it. I have a quick nibble and oh, no, and I have to take them out. But citrina's a nice one, so I'm doing that. I'm doing the, Ali sent me some red bull's horn, so I'm going to try those. Try not, do or do not. I'm going to grow those. I got Big Ben from DT Brown. Vigorous plants producing large fruit, each with a big bell pepper weighing up to 12 ounces. Great for the show bench. See that? Yeah, method in my madness. And there was one more somewhere. I'm all over the shop. Here we are, California Wonder. That, to me, is probably just on the limit of my sweet pepperiness. It's funny, isn't it? It's not capsicum. It's not pepper, hot pepper. It's just that funny taste. It's a bit like me with coriander, cilantro. I can't stand the taste. It tastes like soap water to me. Okay, if it's in a dish and well mixed in, but again, if it's on the top of a dish, I've got to pick it off because it's like eating flakes of soap, which I used to do as a kid, but perhaps that's why I don't like it. So that's those. Right, I've got to do a second sowing of mammoth onions. Absolutely shocking germination. And it says, yeah, best before end of 2024, so I'll do those anyway. I got, oh sorry, one more pepper. I've got to do some more paprika. I've got my own seeds for that. There's a few more onions. Right, silver skin, Paris silver skin. These are going to be grown for pickling. I've got Welsh onion, but I might have to change the name of these. I didn't mean it. Yeah, I'll give those a go. Right, and got one more onion to go, and that is onion boratana. You may notice I've got a lot of onions. I've decided this year I'm going to grow things that I like to grow, and I like onions, I like tomatoes, I like Savoy cabbage, cauliflower, things like that. So that'll be going in. Right, and shallots. Now I got Matador shallots, and they're mostly for the show bench. My own are growing very, very well. I'll show you those in a second. But I want to grow a few more just in case. Now, last year, myself and a few others had real problems with Zebrun shallots. So I've got 3 different lots here. I'm not going to tell you who they're from because it'll be casting nasturtiums if it goes all wrong. But I'm going to plant them in different quarter seed trays just to see if there's any difference in germination. Because one of my little theories, it's probably just me, that the big players, you know, not everybody grows Zebrun for seed for their own company. You know what I mean? There must be one big one somewhere called Fred Seeds who's growing them, and he sells them to them and them and them and them and them. So everybody's got the same seeds, really. It's only your different ones, they're like Real Seeds, and a few other specialists that grow their own. So I'm interested to try that. Right, that's me waffling, guys. It's not spitting with rain, but it's damp in the air. Makes my hair go all frizzy. Right, that'll do for now. I'll just show you these shallots in the greenhouse, and I'll get on with it. There we are then. There's the my own saved shallots. They're doing rather well, actually. There's only one, that front one there, if I get the lemongrass out of the way. There's only one not fired. Yeah, I'll leave that in there for now. Take it out later. So, gradually going to harden those off and get them outdoors. Right, well that's been just over 3 hours. A compromise between 2 and 4 hours for the ginger. The place, there's a few places that said leave them overnight, but one of them said that the papery outsides went all mushy, so I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to do that. So I'll leave those a second. All I've got, just normal potting compost. And apparently, the rougher and woodier, the better, because they grow on the forest floor normally. And all you do is just basically lay them on. Well, there's a right way or wrong way to do it, really. I'm starting them off in a tray because when they grow, I want to put them into larger, shallower pots. And I haven't got any at the moment, well, none ready anyway. Oh, that's good. That one can go there. And that one's got a thingy there, so we can go in between. That'll do. Let's get those right there. That'll do. Might as well use that for watering. And just a light sprinkle on top. That's it. You don't sort of bury them, just leave them as they are. And I'll I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll water them with this actually, because that's going to flood them. So just give them a good water in and that's it, done then. I'm going to leave them in the greenhouse. Greenhouse is, like I said, 15 odd degrees at the moment, so that'll do. Washed a bit off there, but you can just about see them, that's what you're after, look. So, fingers crossed with this one. Well, there you are guys, another video done. Do go and check out the channels I mentioned. I wouldn't be following them if they weren't worth watching. Their links are in the description below. Well, take care guys, catch you on the next video.